Hey folks, welcome back to Trusty Number Gaming for another episode of Star Citizen. This will be the second video of this game that we've started for the channel. First one we did some bunker missions, and this one I'm going to show some hauling missions that I do and how you can make it profitable. It is a little time consuming to do the hauling missions, loading and offloading the ships, but if you stack the missions, then it makes it a lot easier. And I'll give you an example here. We go to our contracts. These are the hauling missions that I've accepted. They all leave from Ajimi Point, where we're at right now, and they all go to Riker Memorial Spaceport. Big thing to remember when accepting these missions is to look at the amount of SCUs and look over here to see what the size of the containers are. So the Constellation Andromeda that we're using today, the second ship I purchased for the game, holds 96 SCU. That doesn't necessarily mean every mission that said, let's say this said 96 SCU, depending on the size of the crates, it may or may not fit in the ship, so you really got to pay attention to that. So we've accepted all these, and again, all of them leave from here and go to Rikers. That way, number one, you're getting paid for all these to leave from one point to deliver to one point. This will add up to about 90,000 credits. These are all relatively small loads. Around 1 SCU a piece. And so by stacking these missions, that's really how you make hauling profitable. So come ride with me. I'll show you how I get this done. We appreciate you being here. So what I've done is turn the ship inside the hangar so that our cargo bay is facing the dock where we're going to be getting all the crates from. Go ahead and lower our cargo elevator. Now for these missions, all you really need is your multi-tool with the tractor beam attachment. These 1 SCUs, this will handle this with no problem. I already have the elevator down, so we'll come over here. And it'll show you each one of these that you have and the load that has to go. So you just drag them over into the cargo elevator. And that should be all that we have to haul. Go ahead and bring the elevator up. So here are all the crates we have to take. Some of these are 2 SCU crates, and it looks like some of them are 1 SCU crates. So again, because they're leaving from one spot and going to one spot, it doesn't matter how you stack them as far as what they are. You do want to make sure you stack them so that they lock in, and that it's kind of like playing Tetris. You have to put them in the right order and make sure they lock in. So that way you can fit the most amount of cart inside your ship. Pardon my voice and the breakup. I've been kind of sick. Good old Texas weather's been changing back and forth. So we bring these in, just make sure they lock in. If these all had to go to different ports, it would be very important about what order you put them in to make sure you keep the loads together. That's why I like to stack these so that they all go to the same place. So it doesn't matter if one of them's carbon and one of them's waste or scrap. See my gun disappear. If you haven't seen the first video, then you should know that there are a lot of glitches in the game. It's still in the developing stages. It's nowhere near complete. So you're probably going to see quite a few glitches and different things happen like that. It's not the computer or operator error in this case. One of the few times it's not my fault. I'm by no means a professional gamer or editor, so this is still a learning process for me. I've been playing GTA 5 LSPDFR for just over a year. So I'm not going to make you watch me load all this stuff. I'll fast forward to this, but this just gives you an idea of how you need to stack your ship. And when they lock in, they'll put them in the correct place. But you want to make sure they all lock in. As you can see, we got our ship loaded. We still had some room to spare, but that'll be good. We'll take this load with us. Got it filled up all the way to the back. Go ahead and send this up. Everything's locked in, so we shouldn't have any problems. Just do a check around to make sure you didn't leave any boxes that bounced around. Because if you're missing one box, whatever mission that box was for, the mission will fail. That looks like all of it. ATC know we want to leave. Slowly spin around. That third person cameras got us up in the rafters. Space station. Sometimes you have to help it by selecting that. It's going to make. Alright, we're going to go down the planet first. Now we're going to go over here at Area 18. That's where we have to deliver, which is where the Riker Memorial Spaceport is. Land over here at the spaceport. There's our shields. command wing seal, the spaceport here. There's a landing on both sides. So get a little closer. We'll see where they want us to land. Contact ATC. They received it with that clicking noise.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There's where they want us to land. Start drawing back our power. Landed. The medium and big size hangars, there's 2 freight elevators. There's one to the rear and there's one to the front there. What I'm going to do is try to line up to this one to the rear. It's hard to do with that third-person camera. Let's see. Yeah, we hit the back. Lock the camera in. Alright, that's about as close as we're going to be able to get it. See, I had a few little bumps there.
Engines are off.
Make sure you turn your engines off. Alright, same thing here. Our multi-tool attractor beam. Just gonna start offloading. squashed by whatever the hell that was. Some of the glitches you gotta deal with. Nothing left inside. I'm gonna close it up. Alright, so they're all locked in now. Shows all the containers that we put in here. So we'll go ahead and send them down. And then right here it tells you for this mission you needed 10 and you have 10 of 10 of 1 SCU. This mission you needed 7 of 7 of 1 SCU. Here 1 SCU you needed 7 of 7. In this mission you needed these 4 SCUs, you needed 5. You had 1 that was a 2 SCU and 1 that was a 1 SCU. Here you made all 8 of 8. And here you have 10 of 10 and 9 of 9. If any of these weren't green, then you would be missing a box. You have to figure out where that box is at because it won't allow you to complete the mission. We have all greens here, so we're going to go ahead and confirm. As you can see up here at the top, it's going to show you each one of those contracts that we had that we completed. And showing that we did the same thing the elevator showed us. We delivered 7 of 7. This contract is complete. Again, we delivered 7 of 7 for that. Ports. Delivered 23 pressurized ice. Delivered 8 of 8 of the aluminum. Delivered 10 of 10 of the tungsten. Delivered 9 of 9 of the titanium. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Like I say, hauling's not the most exciting mission that you can do, but if you can stack those missions together, that was not bad for 90,000 credits. You didn't have to fight anybody, you didn't have to damage your ship, and the Constellation Andromeda behind me that we use, you can get any starter pack if you decide to start. If you decide this is something you want to do, I'll link my referral code down in the bottom. That'll get you some extra credits when you get started. I think the game gives you 20,000 credits, and then if you buy a package, some of those, because you'll have to have a ship to start, some of those come with like 10K, and then I believe my referral code gives you another 5K, which when you first start, that sounds like a lot, but it's not. And so every little bit that you can get. So doing quick missions like this, like I say, time frame, it's not the fastest and the most exciting, but for 90K to add when you're just trying to accumulate money, because you're going to have to put fuel in your ship, you're going to have repairs, and because when you first start, there is quite a bit of a learning curve. We appreciate you being here. Thanks to all those that are liking, coming, subscribing, and sharing. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.